Hey, my name's Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. Have you ever looked at a bourbon and thought, after that last batch, you better show me something?
Show me the money! Show me the money!
So, the last batch that I got of Woodford here, they had their barrel entry proof master's collection thing. It was like 90.4. For the price point, $130 or $40 definitely was not worth it. I thought it was good bourbon, but it's not that price point bourbon. So I said, okay, there was the Alabama drop this past weekend. They had one of these dropping. It's at that barrel, I think barrel entry proof is what they call this. And it's 124.7 proof. So after I picked this up, I went straight over to a bourbon tasting. As you see, some people really were interested in this, opened it up, had some pours, um, had a little bit of a taste, but I let it open up a little bit. And I wanted to come back and check this out. So we'll get into this. And also, if you see this conglomeration of things over here, sorry about that mess. I was talking the other night with Eric Andrews. He was the 750 subscriber winner. And I'm going to get some samples in his hands. And we talked about a lot of stuff. I mean, we talked for over an hour the other night, just going back and forth about life, about jobs, about bourbon, about college football. Learned something totally new I knew nothing about. And it's some of the older decanters that came out from different distilleries and things like that. So you have college mascots, you have all kinds of cool different decanters. And he's got walls full of these cool decanters that he was shared some pictures with that I'll put at the end of this video. I thought were super cool. But we talked for about an hour. As we're talking, I'm kind of understanding what he likes to drink and things that he likes and stuff. And so I'm starting to set things on the table, and then as we're talking, I'm sending him pictures and saying, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And at the end of it, came up with 12 things that he would think would make a very good gift. And I absolutely agree. There's no point of giving a gift unless it's worth something. So found something I think that he'll be very happy with. I can't wait to get it in his hands so he could tell me what he thinks. He also was telling me about a local bourbon there that I'm very interested in. And I'm looking forward to trying some of it in the future. So some awesome things there, Eric. Thank you so much for sharing that with me and all the time, and learn something new about the bourbon decanters I had no clue about. That was fantastic. And Eric had some very cool things that he was sharing about some different adventures that he's gone on, and some of the things that he knew that maybe some of the marketing teams at other distilleries didn't know. So I thought that was really cool. But let me get into this one right here. I tend to like Woodford Reserve. Was not super impressed with the batch at 90.4. And I know that I'm a proof person, so if it doesn't have a super high proof, I'm not gonna like it unless it just has exceptional notes and flavor. Rainy day out here, Friday Eve. Let's get started. See what we got. Right on the nose, you get the traditional bourbon things. You're getting oak. You're getting caramel. Get some vanilla in here. So this to me, just right off the bat, just kind of smells like this is way a bourbon should kind of smell. I mean, you get a little bit. I get a little bit of almost like an apricot that goes with this, but very light. But mostly I'm getting caramel, I'm getting oak, I'm getting vanilla, and then just a little bit of a stone fruit. I think more like an apricot. But let's go ahead and give this a taste and see what we got. First bourbon of the day, 124 proof, not killing me. This has a little more spice than I would have kind of anticipated up front, but I'm digging it. I like the spice on it. It's got great viscosity on it, so it looks good pouring down the glass. So now I'm getting a little bit of a peanutty caramel thing type of going on. I'm getting some good oak in there. Get a little bit of dryness on the tongue. Getting a really nice finish and kind of get almost like a rye spice that's kind of creeping up on the back there, which is very nice. This does dry out the tongue a little bit, so that's pretty neat. I am a person that does like oak. I'm not sure to what extreme yet, so I need to kind of find out if I get some super, super old bottles, is that oak going to be overpowering to me? But right now I'm like right in the wheelhouse of I like some oak on things. And this has decent oak on it. Yeah, I get like a peanut butter caramel toffee type of thing going on with this, which I really like. I like the rye spice, like the mouthfeel on this. This is so much better than the 90.4 proof batch. I do like this a lot better. This kind of does kind of remind you a little bit maybe of some of the Booker stuff going on there. I swear I get like a little bit of rye spice on the back of this. I don't know what the mash bill on this is, but it does have some interesting complexity. I'm getting the dryness of the oak. I'm getting a little bit of a bitterness now on the back, getting some rye spice, getting some caramel peanut thing going on, almost like a toffee peanut type of thing going on. So I'm liking this batch infinitely more. Now, this was $149.99. Would I go run out to get another bottle at $149.99? No. Do I like the pour? Absolutely, I like the pour. Do I think it's too pricey for $149.99? I do. I think that I could get a couple of bottles that would give me similar profiles for maybe a half or a third of the cost sometimes that I really like. So, is it neat to have on your bar? Yes. Is it a great bottle? Yes. Is it pricey? Yes. Would I buy it again? No. Would I be glad to drink it again if someone offered it to me? Absolutely. It is a very good pour. It's just not a $150 bottle pour for me. This has got some kind of an interesting flavor that I'm still trying to figure out in here. It almost reminds me, and it may sound weird, but it almost reminds me a little bit of an aftertaste of like baking soda. If you've ever made your own peanut brittle and you had that baking soda in there, it's almost like that little bit of an aftertaste, a little medicinal taste, a little bit of a baking soda taste on the back. So I'll be very interested in the mash bill on this. Guys, I think this was a very good pour. Like I said, I wouldn't buy it again. I think it's a very good pour. Very excited to get these 12 poured out, get them over to Eric. Eric, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me the other night. Had a blast with you talking the other night. Looking forward to, you guys are growing the channel so much. We're going to be at 1,000 subscribers before long, and I can't wait to see what kind of giveaway that's going to be. I already know there's going to be an E.H. Taylor small batch. I'm sure there'll be some awesome samples that'll be available, or even some awesome bottles available, and some other things. So definitely looking forward to that. I hope you all have an amazing and blessed night. Thank you.